welcome to my kitchen once again for another DIY project. We are going to do homemade diffuser bottles. So what I do is I just go to the Goodwill stores. My mom would be proud as she raised us on Goodwill stores, which are awesome. You can just find awesome stuff. So I go to the Goodwill and I find little cool unique knickknacks. So I need these little vases to make diffusers. This one has a small opening. When you have a small opening, your smell will take a little longer to come out, and maybe it even lasts a little longer because it's not getting as much air, especially when we stuff reeds down in there. And this one was pretty cool too. What a cool little find. It's glass, like a little pitcher. It's really cute. So pick out whatever you can find. I mean, I suggest going to the Goodwill, thrift shops. You never know what you can find. Alright, so those are going to be my vases for the diffusers. We make these ourselves because going and buying those other ones from the store that come with the synthetic fragrances and oils in them, you don't want to smell that. If you have allergies, if you sneeze, believe me, your olfactory system here in your nose, it works and it picks up what you're smelling. Everything is particles in the air. It's I heard a good saying, it's a good thing that we can't smell like a dog, and it's a good thing we can't see like an eagle, or even better, like a microscope. Because if we could see all the bacteria that's around us, if we could see all the particles in the air, we'd probably live in a bubble. We wouldn't even want to go outside or eat anything or touch anything. But we can't, we don't have those kinds of senses, but we can have an education that says, I do need to be aware of what I'm putting on my body, in my body, and what I'm even breathing. So have air filters at home and whatnot, and have your own diffusers that are going to diffuse essential oils that are ancient, that are healing, that can just center your body and mind, and just give you a good sense of self and being grounded to the earth, because these are from the earth, not synthetically made crap. Yeah. So let's get going. I have a great client that has a huge rosemary bush. So I get her rosemary cut off of her bush. It might have flowers. When it's fresh, it's soft. So I take that bundle of rosemary, like huge bundle, and I dry it, just set it out, put it in a cup, a vase, for about 2 weeks. And this rosemary will be so dry that it's going to just peel right off of the stem. So those will be our reeds for our diffuser. So I've got a glass bowl here because I'm not going to waste that rosemary. Again, if you watch my videos, we try not to waste anything. Just pull off the rosemary. It'll come right off. If you want to leave a little bit at the top, so you can have a little bit of rosemary on the top of your reed when it's in your diffuser, you can leave that, or you can take it all off. You might get a little irritated because they do shed, and you'd be wiping rosemary off of your counters. So leave it or not leave it. I've already got a bunch already done, so I'm just showing you how to take them off. I do it going with the rosemary. The other way, they're going to fly everywhere. So hold the end of the stem and just pull it off. Falls right into our glass jar because we're going to use all that. Okay? And then we just got sticks, bare sticks, or maybe some sticks with some rosemary on it. So I've got a good handful here, and those will be all our reeds. Now they look natural, which is awesome, because they don't look, you know, factory made, and they're not. The earth is their factory, and that's how they get made. So now I've got to have some liquid. So you can use vinegar. It'll be a little vinegary though. It's up to you on how you want it to smell. If you don't want to use alcohol, use vinegar. You can use vodka. Buy the little single shot things if you don't have a store of vodka in your house, which is probably a good thing. I used a little spiced rum for mine. It gives it like a little smell like a hot toddy. I kind of like the smell. It's good. So I just used a little spiced rum, and I split it with vinegar also, so that I had more and just wasn't wasting alcohol, you know, if you consider it wasting. So I've got my bottles, and I'm going to pour my liquid in. But I need to add essential oils. Do what you like. If you like lavender, use lavender. Lavender is good for relaxing. I like to use more ancient oils like vetiver. Vetiver is for grounding. It's good for your mind. And frankincense. And then you can spice it up. So I use cinnamon oil after that. And I've already put it in there actually. If you were using, I'm making 2 diffusers. And this is 100 milliliters of liquid. So I put about 5 drops of each essential oil. So that was 3 essential oils, 5 drops each. That's usually enough. The smell is typically potent enough. Okay, so I'm going to pour into my little jars. This has a tiny little spout so that maybe I won't spill. And I'm just going to half it between the 2. There's that. I can put a little bit more. If you have a really big vase, you can definitely use more, but you only need enough at the bottom for the reeds to soak it up. Alright. So I can smell my vetiver, my frankincense, and my cinnamon. And it smells good. It smells strong because I just poured it all in, but it smells good. And it'll last for that amount. That'll last a month or longer, 4 to 6 weeks. That's not a small amount of liquid in there. And then you just take your reeds out, make your liquid and your essential oils. You can change it up, add something different. And I'm going to just drop the reeds in here. If she was picking me off a rosemary bush, longer reeds, they would just be longer. These ones are a little bit short. They don't have to be super long. You can use any sticks. You just want them to be relatively thin. So I'm just putting those in. If you have any dried, like lavender or other flowers, you can dry flowers, dry the lavender, and you can put those in here too. I've got one up here that I'll show you. I have a peacock feather in it. And this is it, to make your own homemade diffuser. Remember that one that had some rosemary on it? Put that one in here. Let me show you this one that I already had made. And I kind of went crazy with it. I'm like, I'm going to add a bunch of sticks. I'm going to add these other dried flowers that were a little bit purple. And why not put a peacock feather in it? What else are you going to do with a peacock feather if you got a peacock feather around? So I like that one. That's cool. It's kind of crazy. There's some dried lavender in there. Right there. I can keep that in there. I can add it to the other one. How would I add it to the other one? Make it more beautiful. Boom. That's so simple. That's like simple art in your house, and you've got essential oils just diffusing from it. So that's going to fill a small room with that smell. I'm used to these things in my house, so I get used to the smell. So I don't necessarily smell them all the time. I'm pretty sensitive, or I'm desensitized actually to these good smells in my house because they're always around me. If somebody new came into my house, they'd probably be like, wow, it smells very natural, or it smells like a hippie lives here. They could say that. That's okay. Here's the other one. That's pretty. I would definitely spice it up with some other kind of plant that had some color to it. Take one of these out, because I might make a big mess. That one, if you can see, just has some purple buds. They're all dried out. This one needs something a little taller. So there we go. Done. Put that in your bathroom. If you have kitty cats like me, put it by the cat litter where they can't dump it, of course. Put it up where they can't dump it by the cat litter. And that'll just, you know, calm down those cat litter smells. Okay, now what do I do with all that dried rosemary that I had? Hello, I'm going to use it. Just kind of crunch it up. And I've got a glass jar that I'm going to store it in. I can either make tea bags with this and have rosemary black tea, or I'm going to cook with it. Put it on any meal that I want rosemary on. And while it sits there, it smells so good. So I'm just going to drop that into my glass jar where I'm going to store it. Boom. That's it. Isn't that cool? Awesome. Alright, I'm going to stop talking now. Make your own diffusers, have a clean lifestyle, and keep watching my videos. Later!